Ooh, yes, I am in bed, still with a fractured tibia. Oh dear. This is COFOH Live Undead. I am your host, Daniel Crosier, and I am joined by the amazing Double Dementia. But first,
Do I have something on my face?
oh man, how are you?
Hi.
It's so good to see you. Thanks for coming on the show. You've got a busy week this week, don't you? With Troma dance and everything.
Yeah, that's right. I should say greetings from Tromaville. I'm Super Tromette Double Dementia.
Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself. You do a lot of different things. Can you tell us where you come from and how you got into filmmaking?
Right. Well, I'm a Super Tromette, and by that I represent Troma Entertainment and Lloyd Kaufman, the president of Troma Entertainment and creator of the Toxic Avenger.
Yes, cool.
So I'm sort of like an ambassador for Troma in the legacy of Super Tromettes, like women like Debbie Rochon or Jane Jensen, Tiffany Shepis, and the like.
Cool.
And so I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I got into filmmaking because I was making like art films, and I was into like avant-garde, like European films, like in college, in art school and stuff. And then I went to work at Troma in the office after I finished with college in New York. And that's how I got into filmmaking.
Nice.
Truly. Yeah. Was because of my time spent there and afterwards.
Nice. That's pretty cool. You've showed up in a couple of films. I know you've got one that's making the film festival circuit. Shakespeare Shitstorm. I think you play Titania. Is it I'm mispronouncing?
No, that's right. The film's called #Shakespeare Shitstorm, and it's Lloyd Kaufman's newest directorial release. And I do play Titania. You're right. It's the name of the character from *Midsummer's Night's Dream*, but the film is actually an adaptation of Shakespeare's *The Tempest*.
Nice. Oh man, that's cool. What can I ask what it's like? And I know Lloyd and the Troma crew likes to delve in Shakespeare when working on their original projects. Obviously Romeo and Juliet is an obvious one. But what's it like to delve into that type of material and have that adapted?
I thought it was really interesting. I think it's, Lloyd has a very intellectualism about his work, and it's just a testament to that. He truly loves Shakespeare, and so he's doing his best to, understand it and interpret it in his own traumatic way. Right.
That's so cool.
An homage to Shakespeare. It's a tribute.
Yeah. Here's some stills that you sent over of you in the film. It looks like a lot of fun. Like you're having a good time. Is it always a big party on set?
Sometimes, that's right. Like that particular scene that we're having like a debaucherous party on a yacht with a bunch of corporate executives that represent this company called Safe Spacia, which you can see the sign in the background there, and it's like a drug that is being marketed to millennials and younger to encourage like a safe space. Just as a comment on our culture right now, just I think like cancel culture and stuff like that. There's this kind of idea of like a safe space, and so that's what these corporate executives are like partying on this yacht, and we were like doing cocaine and well, of course it was just like powder, but like it was like flour and stuff. And, yeah, Debbie Rochon like poured a whole bucket of fake cocaine on my butt and like Hennessy. It was super fun.
Oh my God, that sounds absolutely hilarious.
But once it stops, it's very serious. Like when the cameras are rolling, you're partying, but you're not allowed to laugh when it's very serious, party.
Right. No, that's super cool. And then, this weekend with Troma is Troma Dance. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Troma Dance is Troma's annual film festival, independent film festival that's free to enter. And every year they've been doing this I think this is the 19th or the 21st. I'm sorry, but I know it's 2021 Troma Dance. And I think it's the 19th annual Troma Dance, but I can't remember. And it's this year is a little bit different because of like COVID restrictions and stuff. It's going to be at this drive-in like they did last year. Oh, and cool. Instead of showing normally they would represent a lot of different independent filmmakers' feature films throughout the festival, throughout the 3 days of the festival. This year, I think it's more limited because of the pandemic, and so they're showing actually Troma classics at the Mahoning Drive-In in Layton, PA. And they'll be showing 6 Troma classics along with a selection of short films and music videos and stuff like that.
Nice. That's awesome. You sent me some of the promo art. Let me turn off the banner here real quick.
Sure.
But, so everybody that's interested, make sure check that out. This is Troma Now.
That's the graphic for Troma Now. Yeah, that's okay. Also cool.
Yeah, so obviously this is different than Troma Dance, but for everybody out there, make sure you go check out Troma Dance, look that up. But this is Troma Now. This is what you directly represent.
And all the films that will be featured at Troma Dance are available on Troma Now. So if you can't make it to the festival, you can just sign up, and it's 1 month free, and then it's only $4.99 a month, and you have access to the whole catalog of Troma movies plus new release features every month.
Oh my God, that's awesome! All kinds of really cool, up and coming filmmakers, that get showcased in Troma Dance and also on Troma Now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great opportunity for young filmmakers, any age filmmaker, anybody that wants to make their own movie to show their work, because I think they will distribute, work that maybe other places wouldn't consider, just for whatever reason. They truly support independent art and independent artists.
Yeah, what is Troma's known for like B movies and horror B movies and stuff like that, as well as some of the campy comedies and things. But what is it that draws you to those genres?
Well, with all due respect, Lloyd would say that he doesn't make B movies. He does make A+ movies.
Okay.
And that it gets unjustly grouped with something that's like called schlock or B, because of its unusual nature, and it's impossible to qualify its genre because there's such a mix of genres in his filmmaking efforts. They're really like horror, sci-fi, comedy, X. You don't really know. And then there's also like something else that you can't. It's just Troma. That kind of like X Factor thing.
It's its own brand.
That's its own element that's become reused in other people's films. Now there's an element of Troma showing up in someone else's work.
Right.
Even like James Gunn, he worked for Troma, right? So maybe one day James Gunn will reveal that in his work a little more. We don't know. I don't know. Some things are meant to stay in the underground, and I think whether it's unfortunate or not, I don't know. But I think Troma is meant to stay in the underground. It's just too much of a shit disturbing force to ever be mainstreamed.
Yeah.
But who knows? But there's a Hollywood remake of The Toxic Avenger happening, so I could be wrong.
That's true. I did hear about that. I think there's something to be said, to what you're saying too, about being underground, not being part of the establishment, so to speak, right? Doing its own thing, and not compromising.
Definitely not.
Yeah, that's incredibly cool. Yeah, too often today, people are, to make a buck, I suppose, are selling out some of their, earlier, aesthetics or ethos, just to fit in with everything else or to appeal to maybe a larger audience. But I guess staying true to your vision is something that we definitely need more of.
I agree.
Yeah, it's definitely something more hearted. Zach just chimed in too. Dan, get Double Dementia to come to COFOH so we can have a Troma party. Well, we'll have to talk about that sometime. Obviously, this show's in support of Colorado Festival of Horror, and we've been talking to Tom and Lloyd over there about having them out sometime. So hopefully we can talk to you about having you out as well. We're just getting going. This will be our first year, so hopefully we'll be around long enough. But you sent over some amazing photos. Like you do album cover artwork too.
I have a model for this one record that you got up there.
Yeah,
that was pretty epic for me. I was really excited about that, just because I'm a huge music fan. I love music, and so it was really exciting for me to be featured on a record. I collect vinyl, and so I have a lot of great records with these cool models from history like on them, and I wanted to be part of that canon of heavy metal models. It was just so exciting for me. So hopefully there'll be more in the future.
That's pretty cool. I follow you on Instagram. You sent over this model from a photo shoot as well. Was this for Troma as well?
Actually, I took that photo myself, with the green screen or whatever. And it was just it's actually a cosplay of Claire from the Toxic Avenger 2.
Oh, nice.
Phoebe Leger's portrayal of Claire. Like, I like to cosplay that particular version of Toxie's girlfriend, because she does have many personifications. But there's also Yvonne from the Toxic Crusaders, but I do like Claire the best. And she's someone I'll be cosplaying this weekend at Troma Dance.
Oh, nice. At the drive-in. That's got to be pretty interesting, doing cosplay at a drive-in.
I've never done it before. I couldn't go last year, but this year I'll be there.
Yeah, make sure you take lots of photos and video.
Yeah, I think we will.
Are you going to be going around interviewing filmmakers or patrons or anything like that?
Honestly, I'm just excited to see Uncle Lloydie because he'll be there. So of course, I'd love to take pictures with any fans. It's so exciting now that people are vaccinated or whatever, and we can actually kind of get together and convene and not feel afraid.
Right.
Of doing it so much. So it's exciting. I think it'll just be a really good experience to be at Troma Dance this weekend and see Lloyd. So that's right.
During the pandemic, have you been able to see Lloyd in person, or has he been?
He's been in his Uncle Lloydie's COVID-19 lockdown bunker up in the Upper East Side in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Yeah, with his wife, with Pat. So he's been locked down. This will be his first appearance.
Cool. Well, man, I can't wait for you to be able to visit him with him and give him a hug in person. That'll be great.
No doubt.
Yeah. And we mentioned earlier too. You've directed, you've produced, and you edit as well. I think the first music video that I'm setting up here. Can you tell us a little bit about that? what was it, CFS? I'm
This is
mispronouncing it, CFS.
right. This is like a fake band that I made just for the purposes of making this tribute music video to the Class of Nukem High film.
Okay.
So it's a Class of Nukem High tribute music video, and the band's called the Nukem High Cretins. The song's called Cretins Sell Dope. So yeah, it's got some really cool people together to write the record. Actually, this musician named Vanek wrote the music. I wrote the lyrics, and they put the song together, and we made this video. It was awesome.
Oh, that's cool. Let me turn off this banner. We'll get that playing here.
Oh, sick. Thank you.
Nice. That is fantastic.
Thanks.
Oh man, that must have been a lot of fun to produce, to have your hands in so many different parts of that production.
There was just like 5 or 6 of us, and everybody kind of did everything. Like all the guys that are in the video did like the gang vocal on the song, and like everyone, like we were shooting each other. It was really kind of a DIY project, and I think that's why it came together so good, because it was just like really fun, and that's what it's all about.
That's great. I think you guys should probably, is that, you mentioned that's kind of a tribute band to the genre, so to speak?
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'd say continue with it, because it sounds great. It looks awesome.
Oh, thanks. I'd like to, for sure. Just trying to find that inspiration, like what's the next one? Maybe a Toxic Avenger song. That
would be so much fun. You should go through the whole catalog, right?
Right. That's limitless. Yeah.
And like Surf Nazis and stuff. God, that'd be so much fun. Well, I mean, Cretins. Is that kind of harkens back to like Nukem High?
Sure. The original Class of Nukem High Cretins are the villains in the film. Right. Sort of, the ones that are like, terrorizing the school, and like they're selling weed. I just think they're really cool villains. They just have this like heroic quality that, and then they show up again as a different kind of gang. I think they're called the Squirrels in Class of Nukem High 2 and 3.
Right.
And they're kind of more of like a cyberpunk. They're less like classic punk, like gangsters, or they're a little more like futuristic or something. So the Squirrels, they're cool, but the Cretins really struck a chord with me as like a iconic villain that I think is sort of underrated in terms, in a lot of ways. So it was just great to make that song, and really pay respect to those characters. They show up again, of course, in Return to Nukem High Volume 1 and 2. The Cretins reappear.
Right.
It's really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was able to catch. Returned to Nukem High Volume 1, I think, earlier today. So I was like, oh yeah, I remember these guys. Yeah. So that was pretty cool to see that as well. And then you also were featured and edited together this other music video that we're gonna play, right?
Yeah, this is actually my boyfriend's band, and
Cool.
yeah, it was another project that we just did together, like with him and his band. There's only two other guys, and we just we just made this thing happen. Like almost like died in the basement doing it, like burned the place down because there was some
Oh,
fire. You know,
geez.
since you have to be safe, like that's something that I have to tell people, like aspiring, like in because sometimes you just get casual or whatever, and like,
Yeah.
oh my god, somebody could die, so please be safe on set. Like I learned my lesson with this. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, I totally get it. Sometimes things get a little out of hand, but oh man, and that's something that Lloyd really I think conveys too on his sets, right?
Safety to humans is actually like one of the three rules of filmmaking.
Right.
So respect, safety to people's property, safety to humans, and make a good movie.
Yeah.
And you have to really take that because sometimes you get a little too crazy and you get excited and.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's play that video.
Cool.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, the band's called Spider. The song's called I Am Dracula.
Oh man, that was super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must have been a lot of fun to shoot that one.
I just love to make something like so spooky
Yeah.
You know, it's a little more serious in a way than the kind of traumatic things that I'm used to, and it was super cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed making that video.
That's awesome. Yeah, we're just about out of time. I know you've got to take off here in a little bit, but for everybody watching at home, go to watch.troma.com to sign up for Troma Now. Is that right?
That's right. That's Troma Now, and that's where you can access Troma's entire catalog of classic films, plus the brand new features every month. There's shorts, there's behind-the-scenes content, exclusive extras, and I also have photo collections available there with different traumatic themes that are available to download on Troma Now.
Oh, that's awesome. And where can people follow you?
I'm on Instagram as double_dementia and on Twitter as double dementia, one word.
Cool.
That's probably the best places to follow me. This is where I'm the most active on social media.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, Dementia, thank you so much for coming on the show. And I know you got a busy week you got to prepare for. Thanks again. If you can, stick around for a minute while we sign off. And thanks again for coming on.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me so much. It's an honor.
Oh, thanks. And to everybody at home, make sure to visit watch.troma.com to get all your Troma Now and just explore that amazing catalog of films and shows. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, you won't be disappointed.
Yes. And also, take care of each other. Be kind. Remember, we love you. And have a good one, all.